So below, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being a part of our platform, especially for melanated people. Thank you so much. If I'm not mistaken, it is Wednesday. This is Mercurial energy, Mercury, and also to each and every one of you guys. First of all, thank you to and salutation to my Madrina, to my Padrino, to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajax. I've been traveling all day. Yes, I have. To each and every one of you guys. And I want to say this to my air signs, water signs, earth signs, and fire signs. Thank you so much for being a part of our platform and the things that we are have initiated for various of subject matters that concern black issues. To each and every one of you guys, I'm actually here in Lauderdale. What's up there? Let me see what I missed. What's up, Mama Susan? First in the live. Jealous Sweets, my Gemini. Then my Stormy, my Sagittarius from Detroit. And then my Demetrius, Gemini. Then there go my Boaz. He brought his ass up right up in here. And then my baby Scorpio. Now, one of the things that people follow me and have, if they follow me, I'm very straightforward. I'm a Sagittarius. No matter how many times I say it, people don't get it. What's up, Jonathan? No matter how many times I say my moon is in Aries, they don't get it. No matter how many times I say my rising sign is Pisces, they think that this information is not relevant when you're dealing and handling Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. If you're really spiritual, there's a lot of things that you could avoid just understanding that I was a fire sign. On this program, on this live, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a seeker of truth. So lies don't work here. I would not get on here and waste any ounce of breath telling you a lie. You ain't IRS and you ain't the police. So therefore, I have no reason to lie to you. If you're in conjuring, I have been doing magic since I was 3 to 4 years of age. Let my mom tell you. I'm 52, about to be 53 in December. If you have ever been a part of my lives, this is the live for you. Understanding energy, frequency, and vibration when it comes to business. What's up, True on the Aries in the house? My subject is business skills are a must in the ATRS. Many of you guys are going to go and have gone into the ATRs with your feelings. You have not a lick of business skills or business sense. I'm going to say this again to my melanated brothers and sisters. It is necessary, it is essential for your survival, for your arrival, to have business skills and business sense. I got a lot of things done in Miami. But Demetrius, I dealt with liars all day long. If you get into the ATRs and you get into Palo or Ocha, which is primarily Latino men and Latino women, sir and ma'am, hear from the chief. Hear from a crown Sandero twice. They're a bunch of liars. And I don't care how they smile. Latino people are just like white people in this sense. They smile in your face. Why? Robbing you, raping you, and stealing from you. I don't have a habit of making character assassinations. If I say something, I have saw a pattern, which means yes, you have done it more than once, and you have had a pattern, and the only way you can create a pattern, you have to do it more than 21 days. I would never hold a man or woman, no matter what their race, crease, or color or orientation, based on a simple mistake, a one off. But when you show me the fruit of your tree, I'm going to call it what it is. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be a Muslim. You may not practice the Mayat in Egyptology or Kemet, but being able to regulate business skills in the ATRs is so important. Whether you're a root worker, whether you're a mystic, a card reader, I don't care if you throw bones, I don't care if you read tea leaves, you need a business skills and you need business sense, or you're not gonna make it. There's too much conniving, backstabbing going on, not in just Latino community, as well as black community. But I'm talking about what I have experienced these couple of days. So one of the things that I had to do today, I was I had to stay over and go back to Miami because they did not have what they said they had. And because I'm retired, I got time. One of the gentlemen that is actually is his father's botanicals. His father has three ATRS botanicals. And I've been shopping there for years. He has really good and great quality. But his son, and you know how fathers always giving their son a chance to beat their chest, a big liar. I have bought a Ligor crown almost a month ago. Paid for it cash. Well, paid with my debit card. This is why I don't do business, period, with the spiritual community outside of my church. I do not pay out of my personal account. Everything is donation based. So I make him lie to me every time. And his girlfriend came out. He should, women, Latino women, gonna lie for their man. Oh, I apologize. There's nothing to apologize. He had plenty of time to get it done. He just told me it was over here. He told me it was over there. Let me tell you, I'm a Sagittarius. If anybody know what a Sagittarius is, I will make you lie to me each and every time. I will let you rack up karma. I don't care what your religion is, what you sow, you reap. Because I don't owe you, you owe me. It's just that simple. And I say, oh, I understand. And then my next question is, when am I going to get it? Oh, we're going to mail it out. He told me that last time. I left there. I had to go, and those that have been following me know that I was receiving my Fedifun Anna, the daughter of Shango. And I had paid $350 plus tax for this particular doll to be designed, and the owner of this facility that I've been going through to years, but I know him order online through Etsy, but I went a couple times physically to her establishment, and I asked her that this particular doll, even though it's a rare Arisha, could she have this done for me and before October the 2nd. I just talked to her today. We clearly know October the 2nd has passed. And so therefore, she called me in the back and she was like, Oh, oh, I'm so sorry. And do you want me to get? I said, why would I want a doll from you when it's already past my ceremonial date? You know what she did? I had Mother Susan and Sister Monique was on the phone. She was looking through her book and she's like, "Oh, the doll is $250." I said, "No, ma'am." Mother Susan and them was on the phone. When she went over there in the corner, act like she was looking for the dress, which I knew it wasn't there. I took a screenshot and photo of the receipt that I sent in my group chat. When and the time and the day that she had all my information. And she assured me that she would have that doll to me before time. Whether it's Latino men or women, they're a bunch of big liars. Do not go out here not having business skills. Do not go out here not having business sense because they will play you crazy. She tried to play dumb. I pulled up on my phone her website. I said, right here, your website says $350. All of a sudden, she found my name and information in her book. Now, what does this have to do with your spiritual life? What this has to do with your growth and your development? The more honest. Now, Demetrius, I feel this. Demetrius paid $1,500 for his staff. Kanisha paid $1,500 for her staff. Sharonda paid $1,500 for her staff. Do anybody see a trend going on? Um, who else got a staff? Oh, Michael Carr paid for his staff $1,500. Nobody is paying different donations for the same service. Nobody is being charged different consultation fees. Nobody is one person is paying one person getting instant burn. It ain't cash apping me or not cash apping, but zelling me $20 and somebody else paying $50. If you got business skills, you don't want your prices to be inconsistent. I had a couple people zell me $170 for the patches. Guess what Monique paid for? $170. Guess what Triana paid for in the same packet? $170. So guess what Kanisha paid for the packet? $170. When you walk into an establishment and they're changing the prices based on what they think you can afford to spend, that is not a good. Keep your, if you like the products there, because I ain't gonna tell nobody where to shop at. But sir and ma'am, please be mindful. Mother Susan, if she decides to get a packet of those patches, guess what she's gonna pay on her fixed income? $170. If you stay consistent with your prices or your donation or your services, Keymaker donated $1,000 for her fumigation. Guess what happens if anybody decides to get a fumigation? Guess what they're gonna pay? $1,000. My Stormy paid $1,000 for her graveyard work. My baby Scorpio paid $1,000. Mm. Why am I talking about this? Because every ceremony that I have gotten from Pedrino, they have overcharged me. I know for a fact that Oduduwa don't cost $11,000. And this is why I go through my church. so I don't lose anything. I need what I need. And people can say, "What I would feel better as a businessman if he tell me, you know what, Godson, these are my prices. You can pay them or you don't have to pay them. But this is what I charge." I can swallow that. But I know for a fact that you're charging me one price and you're charging your other God kids another price. I've been in business since I was a child. I'm savvy, I'm skillful, I'm mindful, and I'm business aware. And one thing that I've learned to do is count my dollars. I also participate in the same industry, buying the same type of product that you buy. And some what you don't understand, I can get them at a better quality and for a more reasonable price. And even though I don't go around shopping, I was talking to Mother Susan about this. And I said to her, if you walk into a furniture store and the first item in that furniture store at the door is $10,000 for one piece, and you know that that is above your pay grade, what you have ever spent, what you should do while they are trying to greet you, tell them you are in the wrong spot. Nobody is telling anybody what not to charge. But you can't charge one person one thing because you feel that they have the financial ability to do so. But then for the same ceremony, you're giving another direction. Because I'm a Sagittarius. And I clock that shit. Now all of a sudden, my ceremony has to be done December the 11th. Now all of a sudden, you're asking me today to be a part of a ceremony that you got going on 12th. When my ceremony is on 11th and my ETAR is on 13th. How convenient. So you're going to take my derecho and pay for your ceremony. That's your business. But why would I want to be a part of something when I have no absolute business? I can be trying to find me a piece of ass in Tampa. Even if I decide to stay in Tampa, now all of a sudden now you want to celebrate my birthday. Me and you are not on the same level, Pedrino. We don't have the same lifestyle. Because what you see me do for Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, Mario don't pay for that. That's my lifestyle. It's a lifestyle I've always had. And when you in these spiritual communities and people are treating you different, not because you did something wrong, but because they want to over and upcharge you, Stormy bought her packet. Oh my God, she paid the same thing that Omoni paid. Oh my God, she paid the same thing. My baby Scorpio bought graveyard work. Guess what was the starting donation? $1,000. Does anybody see the consistency when you're doing business? If you're cutting yards, if you're basing cutting yards based off of yardage, square footage, you have a right to do that. But if you're basing your prices based off of what you think people can afford, you're not doing good business. I don't care who you are. And what you're gonna do, and one thing about a Sagittarius, I want everybody to know this. My Padrino is a Libra. You're not smarter than me. You have more tools than I have. And when I say I'm a quick learner, oh my God, I'm a quick learner. And I would be quiet because I need what I need. I gotta have what I gotta have. Even though I have been there for you, you're still trying to get as much money out of me as you can. I'm still gonna win. I'm still gonna excel. I'm still going to be blessed. And when you touch God's anointing and try to do the prophet harm, then you have my egoons, my spirits to deal with. Godfather or no Godfather. Oba or no Oba. When somebody asks me, say, Apostle Ely, how much is your sweet, wait a minute, sweet Dicky Willis spell? $500 donation. When somebody asks me, well, how much the good, Sister Good Pussy spell cost? $500. Somebody asked me about the iron penis. I said, if you got membership, it's $650. If somebody, I have more than one person ask me about it, guess what they got told? The same price, the same donation amount. I don't base my donations when it comes to my business based on what I feel like somebody can afford. These are what it is going to cost to get me to work. Guys, when you are here in Ocha and Voodoo and Santeria, these people run business very shabbily. I have never walked in an establishment and tried to tell somebody what to charge in their facility. When I want what I want, I just pay and I leave. If you don't like their prices, you don't have to be there. If I charge somebody $10,000, they fly me out to their house or their establishment or their business, and I'm charging them $10,000 for a cleansing and charging them a 10,000, and then I ask them after picking me up with the black car that I need the driver to take me by Walmart to get the stuff I need. Oh my side. I want y'all to see a contradiction. You can't you cannot profess to be a high-end spiritualist. Some of y'all gonna make your business by it because you're trying to deal with high-end clients. Now I'm walking, the driver is just looking at me crazy. I'm gonna go into Walmart and get the things that I need to do your contract. But I don't charge you $10,000. I don't charge you $50,000. When you start getting certain pricey, if you're a stripper and somebody gonna pay you $2,500 to strip, you don't come in there with your outfit busted, your shoes turned over. They paying you too much money for you to have Payless shoes on, heels, male or female. I ain't telling you what to do, but I'm as a businessman, I'm telling you gonna make your business bad. You're gonna make people not fool with you. If you go to a high-end salon, in that salon, women and men are getting their hair done, and they're having wine, and they're having champagne, and they're having cheese, and they're having well, I just said it, the fish eggs, the fish eggs. Oh my God. The first time I saw caviar, the first time I saw caviar was in my grandmother's house in the basket. And she didn't eat it. I just want to see what it looked like. I didn't eat it either. But if I take you out to a restaurant and you order caviar, but you at home you eating from paper plates, It's something about that don't go together. If I'm gonna profess to be this and a that there as a business owner, why do I have mismatched chairs? Why do I have broken equipment? Why am I charging people certain prices when I'm not accommodating them based off that? That's why I went off like I did. See, the Bible said when you in Rome, behave as you in Rome. I was not in a Motel 6. I was not in a Motel 8. I had no idea or desire or even inkling that I was going to experience that type of treatment. That's what I paid for, convenience. The reason why when something happens to my BMW and I can go to the dealership and allow them to fix my car and they give me what is called a courtesy car. It could be a Mercedes. It can be a newer version of a BMW because they always give you stuff to test drive so you can buy another one. But they give you that loaner car because of the prices they charge to fix your car. You're paying when you go walk into a BMW dealership. You're not. They got drinks, all chips, all kind of stuff. It's for free. You don't pay for anything. You pay for it in that price for getting your car fixed. If you don't want that type of convenience, you don't have to have it, sir or ma'am. If you don't want that kind of convenience for your country, when my family was flying people in for them to work on the situation, when you have the type of revenue that bring preachers in, I don't care if you're doing preachers, spiritualists, conjurers, or whores, because my cousin them were flying whores from all over to come to our family club. Now I was in the club. I was completely underage. But my people own that shit. And I seen some women doing things that I felt like I was looking at a Rubik's Cube. I was just looking at her. I was over the rail like this because I was short, because the rail was tall. But I was trying to get my eyes full. Did I pay anything to be in there? And I was not going to pay anything. But I was being treated like I was royalty because my people owned it. And when I seen that woman twist her body like that, I thought having ideas. I started getting suggestions. I became inquiring mind want to know. Can you do that same stunt, doggy style? My God, on today. When I say my cousin them was flying some bad bitches, a lot of y'all call yourself bad bitches. Y'all wigs is fringe. Them heifers, skin, outfits, and the booty. Oh my God. Everybody didn't have a big booty, but that booty was shining and it was glistening. And I was talking to the Lord. The Lord is my shepherd, and I know what I want. Everything would have went to jail if I'd have got any of that. Because I had no business in there. My point is, when you doing business in country and you are a certain type of rule worker, stay in your lane. Stop trying to run after my clientele. Stop trying to compete with how I do stuff. I'm going to break you, brokey. I'm going to break you, brokey. I'm going to break you, brokey. Because I'm still going to I'm going to be able to eat and still pay my bills after I get through flexing. Y'all don't watch me on TikTok and YouTube flexing and then I'm running out of gas. That's not how that works. If you're going to do business, be fervent in business. If you're going to do contra around business, then you have to have an understanding of business. Do you understand? Some of y'all want to do business and you want to put a product out there, but you don't know your audience. I'm not trying to get you as a clientele brokey. I'm not trying to look around one day and see you in my church brokey. I'm not interested in dating you brokey. I got brand new drawers on right now. I had brand new drawers yesterday. Y'all know how I know? I asked Sister Monique, I said, Monique, do you want to know how I know the patches work? I got COVID. I'm coming out. I said, do you want to know how I know that the patches work? I said, I got patches here, here, here. I got patches on both of my cheeks. I said, I would have had patches on my feet, but I was working somebody. I sexed two people in one day and still got all I needed to get off the strength of those patches. When I tell you the man of God is in the house, COVID. When I say the man of God is standing strong, COVID. When I say the man of God enduring hard as a good soldier, COVID. When I say a patch here, I feel like old McDonald's had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had some patches. A patch here, a patch there, a patch everywhere. When I say you them stem cells is working, working, and you know what? To my amazement, my recovery rate after the session, and when I tell you, if you know about bowling, when I tell you I was bowling nothing but strikes. When I tell you I was waxing the wax on, I didn't do no wax off. It was all wax on. I was so proud. And in my mind, you know what I was saying? In transparency, I was saying, get it, patches. Get it, Pat. Because I know I got COVID. And COVID supposed to mess with your upper respiratory system. And let me tell you something. I was carrying on such. I fell asleep in it, still hard. When I woke up, I was still in there. And I still was hard. And I continued to rub a dub dub. You understand? I said, oh, patches. Or you're bringing your boy at 52? If you gonna do me like this, and tonight when I get off my live, it gonna be so. I'm gonna have so many goddamn patches on me. I'm gonna feel like Goku when he going to when he recovering. I'm like Vegeta. I'm a Super Saiyan. When I tell you these patches work tremendous with all the other herbs that I'm taking along with it, do you not know as a conjurer, your recovery time is essential? Whether through a ceremony, through a protection work, or money work, or a reading, and your stem cells. Oh my, Padrino bought me this. He would told me it was $600, but 9 times 10, I don't even believe that. But I still thank God for it. But he ain't charged me $600. He said, this is for you guys, son. If you don't want a Sagittarius to put you on blast, don't do it. I'm not asking you, what's up, my love? These packets are only $170. All you gotta do is sell me, and I get it shipped out to you. And you, once you get, you know what I'm waiting on to get their packet is Kanish and who was Demetrius, because those are the two. More people bought packet, but they the ones that I shipped out the other day. So I want to hear them testify, because that's why tell people about testimony is so powerful, because our bodies are different. And Sister Monique made a really good point. She said, Apostle, I heard what you said, but I wasn't expecting those patches to do me like that, because I kept looking at the fact that's Apostle Ely. He this, he astral. I mean, he extraterrestrial. He this and that. And she said, oh my God. She said, I've been complaining about my knees the whole time. And Sister Monique, the reason why I haven't addressed you regarding your fall on the ship is because I heard that from your mother. You never personally told me that. So I didn't feel like it was my right to expose that. But since you put in the group, that's why I'm bringing it up. If you wanted me to know certain things, you would have came to me about it or text me about it. But that's no here, no there. I do good business. I do fervent business. And some of y'all, if you did good business in your personal life, it will affect your prosperity in your business with other people, places, and things. Knowing how to navigate. This is why when I go to places, I always secure me. I always make sure I'm okay. I'm never going to put myself in a position that these people have something to say. If they say something about me, about business, they're going to lie on me, because I don't owe them nothing. Minister Mario, son of a chosen, owes them not one dime. And as long as I can say that, I do good business. And I'm trying to teach y'all to do good business. And that's why I'm telling y'all, if y'all want to follow me in this millionaire spell, go to the church. Do the donation. If you want to follow me in the business with the stem cells, go to the church that's on my website. Your money is protected. How it's protected? Because I'm smart. I'm a businessman. And these same $11,000 that he's requesting as the retro, it's coming right from the church. I'm gonna get credit for that $11,000 at the end of the year. I ain't losing shit, cause I'm smart. Long as he get paid his the retro, even though he's overcharging me for that direction, I'm still good. But what I used to do for you, I'll never do again. When you try to take advantage of a Sagittarius, certain ma'am, if they ain't as skilled as I am, if they are not as gifted as I am, every Sagittarius is like that. The November Sag and the December Sag. We are generous people by nature, and the last thing you want to do is to take some from a Sag. If nothing sets us on fire, it's when I'm already being generous and you got to take some from me. You try to beat me out of something like I'm stupid. Are y'all understanding me? Having business skills is essential out here in these ATRs. If you don't, if let me explain. All the thing I'm doing is offering you a safeguard, because regardless of how they deal with you, at least you're not losing your money. Are these other people in the HR? They're losing their money and they're still not getting what they paid for. If you purchase um the oil of oregano through me through concentration a consecration, you still that's still a donation. How do you lose with somebody has a business skills that I have? When I'm always thinking about, I already checked with the higher ups. Can I do this business through my church? Once they told me I can do that, I text Monique. I said, Monique, I need you to put my website for my business on my website. And she ended up calling me and she said, Apostle, I just want some understanding. She said, do you want the website where, because if you click it, it's gonna take you straight to your website. I said, no, I want you to screenshot it. And I want you to set the donation because I want everybody that goes through me that their admission fee into the business is is something they can write off as donation. I'm always trying to help black melanated people win, regardless. I don't care what. If you work with me in Haitian voodoo, you're gonna be good. If you work with me through Ocha or Orisha, you're gonna be good. Palo, hoodoo. I protect my money and I protect my people money. And that's even if I'm mad with you. I'm never gonna give you bad advice. I don't care if I'm a hot piss of mad with you. Cause that's not business sense. I always want a grade A report of me. Just like I told Tronda. If I was doing shady business, I said when I went after that car, I wouldn't have ever made it. I would have been shamed, you would have been shamed, because I was talking all that trash. When I come and visit some of y'all while I'm traveling, because y'all done paid for services, y'all ain't finna have me out there like a preacher out there trying to raise an offering for I can pay for a motel or get something to eat. No, if I come to your city, you done paid for some services. If I come to your town, I come to your neck of the woods. You gonna pay, you gonna donate. You understand? That's how I do business. I need my money up front because I got to prepare up front. And I'm going to give you your money's worth, more than your money's worth. That's what I do in business. I always give extra. And if you receive a packet from me, you're going to have extra. Oh, my God. Sorry, y'all. By there. You're going to have extra in it. I'm extra. I was talking to Sister Monique and Mother Susan on the phone. And I was texting my sister while I was doing that. So I sent her my picture that I had all these patches on me. I didn't tell her what I was doing with them patches, but I told my sister Monique. So she texts me back, "You always going too far." I said, "I'm a sage. I'm always being extra." What my point is, you're not required to do business like I do business. I am just trying to make you aware why it's important to have business skills, why it's important to have business sense, especially in the HRs. You have to know when somebody's trying to play you. I don't care if all of y'all talk behind my back. What I mean by that, Demetrius can go behind my back and talk to Ryan. Ryan can go behind my back and talk to Stormy. Monique can go behind my back and talk to Tree. Tree can go behind my back and talk to Kanisha. And you know what gonna come up? Y'all all gave the same amount of donation. Whether it's a candle, whether it's conjure, whether it's great. The confidence you have working with me, that no matter what you see me doing with somebody else, I'll do it for you if your donation is right. And I'm not gonna charge you something more than I charge somebody. And if I have to charge you something different, you're gonna know up front, and you're gonna know why. And normally, when I do it for y'all, I always go into the hole because I always can charge more for what I'm servicing than I actually charge. Well, we in the church, so it's donation. When you are out here, stop walking out here not knowing what these people are doing in these botanicals, in these flea markets, and on these social media apps. Some of these people don't even have a business license, no less than having an authentic anything. One thing you can rest assured, according to America, United States of America, the biggest crook that we have ever seen on planet Earth. My papers and my things are in order. And that wasn't niggery by me. I had a lawyer to do that. I have never once did any legal action with doing it myself. I've always hired a lawyer. Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ has always had a lawyer. Legal is legal. I'm spiritual. Yeah, do I know a lot of legal things? I absolutely do. But I ain't gonna nigger rig the ministry I say God gave me. I want y'all to hear me. If I say God gave me this ministry, why would I nigger rig? Why would I take a chance of jeopardizing my mobility for my ministry, all because I'm trying to save a dollar? Is that a real good businessman? Is that a real good businesswoman? I'm not going to jeopardize the hand that feeds me. Apostolic is at a point I can do what the hell. Especially I'm retired now. I'm shifting shit. When I leave this hotel, I'm gonna go to I'm already in Lauderdale, but I'm going to that crystal place and get some more animal figurines. And that if you buy something from me, you don't have to. Because I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for my ministry. For me to be able to do the type of works I need to do. And maybe my client may want something done ASAP and they got the money. And therefore they zelling me or PayPaling me. And I can ship it out sooner because I don't have to wait for my inventory because I already invested in my inventory. I don't have to run out to Walmart and Target to find a white candle or a red candle. I'm not Padrino. I'm not these other spiritual. There's a lot of stuff people do, how they do business. I ain't gonna do that. I wasn't trained like that. My mama didn't do it. My grandma didn't do it. My uncles didn't do it. They didn't even do that with their whores. If they was running a whorehouse, there was always a count every night. How many dicks walk through that door? They want to account for that. Some of y'all ain't good at business. And I'm talking about legal or illegal. No less in the ATRS. There's a way to get ahead, but you need to talk to somebody that got business sense and business skills. And this particular company is a way for a lot of melanated people that are broke, financially challenged, in a stupor, financially struggling, behind the eight ball. Whatever term you need to use. Want a better lover. Some of y'all, and I'm talking to my gay men and gay gay women. Some of y'all can find better pussy and dicks if you had the right type of money. Instead of having poor people problem as gay people, why not have rich people problem as gay people? Why shouldn't y'all be arguing over investment property? Then y'all out here arguing over the mugs that y'all got from the restaurant, from Wings. You don't have to change who you are at all. Apostle lays one thing. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon in Aries and rising Apostle. I know how to do business. You got cheated on by Michael fucking Jackson. You got molested by Michael Jackson. Bitch, that's a come up. Is it trauma? Is it traumatic? Yes. But you are always around people that don't have nothing to lose. How are you going to have, let me tell you something. If you want to step your game up in your business, then you need to adjust to certain type of clientele. And all y'all sex workers out there and escorts, male and female, some of y'all rates are ridiculous. And that's coming from the pastor. And that it's not the rate that's ridiculous. What you're offering is ridiculous. On my worst day, I can present better than that. Some of y'all wonder why you don't get the business because a person is disappointed by the time you walk through the door. By the time you drop your drawers, your pussy, your pubic hair on your pussy or your dick is snapping. You ain't even groomed. You still got lint in your shit. You turn their ass around and they got a nerve to have a dookie stain on their thumb. Y'all don't do good business. I don't care what part of industry you working for, y'all just don't do good business. I wouldn't tell nobody up on the sun I was an escort if I was presenting like that. I know my mom didn't want me to be a porn star, but I bet I would have represented. I bet I got paid. How you an escort and got muscles and your shirt got a tear in it? Your bra is dirty. You can't convince me you got that bra from Victoria's Secret because she would have told on you. And before I even get in your ass, why is you licking? And I like to have raw sex. And now you got me reaching for my bag for a condom because I can't trust you. High end mean high quality. High end mean high quality. Low end mean low quality. I'm not trying to tell you which end to be on, but you need to figure out what kind of business you want to do and why certain people or certain godchildren looking at you crazy. And you're going to end up losing respect. You're going to end up losing support because you don't know how to do good business. I would never take a person like me to the Dollar General. I'm already turned off. If you're going to charge high end prices, make sure your shit together. I don't care if you're in Ifa, Voodoo. You want to sit there and want me to do a cleansing with a white pigeon, and the white pigeon looks sick. The bird can't even stand up, it's so hungry. The bird can't even stand up and flap his wing because it's so hungry. I don't need you to offer that animal in my behalf. I'm paying the money so I can have quality animals and sacrifices. The goat you trying to sacrifice for my ceremony look rejected. He like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He been rejected by the other reindeers. I don't want him. The animal you trying to get the sacrifice for me look like he was rejected by his mom. He look alone like a motherfucker. I'm just here to tell you the truth. If you're gonna step in certain arenas, sir and ma'am, have your business together. I don't care who you are. If you want certain respect of in business, then you need to do proper business. And your presentation should be followed by the quality of work. Because some of y'all are very good at presenting things, but your quality of work and your quality of deliver is lacking. I like to say the term piss poor. People are paying for a follow through. Notice that all y'all packages come FedEx. I mean UPS. I apologize. Oh Lord. The company I'm in, they send us a FedEx. Cause one thing I know about UPS, they normally ain't nobody a full 100, but 9 times out of 10, they gonna get your package to you. And I pay them based off of surface. I know that about the company I work for. And I want you to get your package regardless. That's why I like when y'all say, oh, I got my package today. Oh, possibly my package came in. Well, give me my goddamn money. And some of y'all like to be late with payments. That's not good business. You don't ever want to owe me a nickel, a dime, or a penny. You don't want to do that. Because when I say finish, you'll be so out of business till it ain't even funny. Have standards. Understand the type of business that people are running out here in these botanicals and these spiritual communities. The type of people that are out here doing baths out of buckets or not even new buckets. You making people pay all this money and these are old ass buckets that got paint dried up in them. You ain't got no shame. If somebody's spending that kind of money, the things that they're cleansing in should be what? Up to par. Because they paid for that. You want to charge 10, 12, 15, $16,000, $20,000. Why are there utensils coming out of Dollar General? I'm just saying, it's crazy to me. I don't do business like that. If you gonna spend quality, you gonna get quality. That's how I do business. That's how I personally do business. I hope that I said something tonight. I hope that you got some insight, and I want to say congratulations to everybody that at least ordered and zell me the 170 for the packing. I want to say to all of you that have intention, there's too many testimonies already in a short, and I haven't been on the patches in my from the time I started 7 days. COVID is supposed to last 2 weeks up to maybe a little longer. And look all the things that I'm be able to get done while going through COVID. Them patches. They're herbs. What's up, Jeremy? Salutation to you. And let me say this. In my humble opinion, these patches sell themselves just like my products and services. I'm going to say that again. If my words mean anything to you, if you know me to be a person that I don't deal with crap, I don't want garbage, I want the best, then you would know I would not be involved with this company if it was not giving grade A service. It's certain things you should know about how people do business. You should know what kind of quality, whatever their products are they are working with. I'm just telling you, some things, in my opinion, is a no-brainer. In my opinion, it is obvious, but apparently it is not well the people. But if you want to transform your reality economically, get on this train. Stop giving yourself excuses. Readjust your finances and do what you got to do. And let's make this money. Because I'm going to do another millionaire spell to make sure the money come in. And if I was smart, like some of y'all claim to be smart, I will make sure I'm on that bandwagon so I can get that energetic boost. I'm going to say it again, so I can be in a wave of that energetic boost and get ahead of things. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.